So I will give you another example, but now we are going to use the flip-flop. So here is the sequence: 0, going to 2, going to 1, and going to 3. As you can see, meron akong truth table dito sa kabila, sa kaliwa. 0 will be 1, 1, 0, 1 will be 1, 0, 1, 0 will be 0, 1, and 1, 1 should be 0, based on the schematic diagram na nandun sa taas. Okay, so next thing na gagawin natin, we have to remember that in D flip-flop, we have Q present and Q plus will be the next state. Okay, if that is 0 ang ating D, ang present state ng Q should be 0, and D or Q plus or Q next state will be 0. If that is 0 pa rin ang ating present state, then ang next state becomes 1. That's the time na ang ating letter D will become 1. And if that is ang Q natin na present is 1 and it suddenly becomes 0, our D input should be 0. And if that is 1 ang ating present, then 1 ang next state, D natin should be 1. Pinakamadaling flip-flop na gamitin is the D flip-flop. Kasi nga, 'di ba, sabi sa D flip-flop kaya siya na arrive is that para ma-eliminate natin ang sudden changes sa SR or yung intermittent or indeterminate natin, nagkaroon tayo ng D flip-flop kung saan ang inputs ng SR ay hindi pwede magkapareho. So, how do we proceed dun sa ating sequence na 0, going to 2, then going to 1, then going to 3. We have to remember na ganon yung kanyang sequence. Hindi natin siya wala tayong ibang pwedeng pagbasihan kundi yung sequence at saka yung clock, yung present state and yung next state. Yun lang ang kailangan nating tandaan. Ang maganda pa dito, pag ginamit natin ang latch or D flip-flop, minsan kung ano na ang next state, yun na yung nagiging flip-flop niya. Correcting the table, so that is AB should be 0, 0, the next state, that should be 1, 0, then 0, 1 should be 1, 1, and the rest is correct. Now, we continue by plotting the D flip-flop. We will have two D flip-flop. We are going to use D flip-flop, the D flip-flop A and the D flip-flop B to represent the A and the B sequence. Okay? Okay. So, if that is 0, 1, that should be 1. Kasi nga na-trigger siya. And if that is 0, 0, it will remain 0. Ang input natin should be 0. If that is 0, 1, it will remain 1. Input natin is 1. And the 1, 1, the output of D, B should be 1. If that is 1, 0, the input of D, A should be 0. And if that is 0, 1, the input of DB should be 1. If that is 1, 0, that should be 0. And if that is 1, 0, that should also be 1, 0. Same ang ating DA and DB. So, as you can see, magkamukha ang next state natin ng A at DA input and next state ng B at DB. Again, yun kasi ang ano niya. So, we will have DA equals to A bar and our DB will be A bar B and plus A B bar. And we can now use the ating special gates. Pinapayagan ko na kayong gumamit ngayon ng special gate na ating XOR. Kasi di ba yun ang ating XOR na kapag magkaibang ating input, there should be a high output. So, our DB will be A XOR B. Para ma-simplify na ang ating circuit, hindi na kailangan ng madaming circuit pa. Now we'll proceed to the logically, showing you the how to circuit. Paano natin siya gagawin? So, meron ako ditong maraming circuit na. I-zoom out ko kayo dun sa ating D flip-flop. So, we are going to use 2 D flip-flop. So, the first D flip-flop on your left will be the DA and the second flip-flop will be the DB. Again, using the D flip-flop, we will use switches for our pre-state and the clear. And also, we have clock on each flip-flop. Here, we will have the input of our DA is the A bar and the input of our DB is an XOR, showing you na dapat A XOR B ang ating input. So, here, okay na siya. For it to move, make sure na mabagal lang ang ating clock para makita natin ang kanyang difference. Here, kapag ating in-on ang ating pre-state at ang ating clear, you will see the sequence of 0, 2, 1, 3, 0. Okay. Make sure na tama ang ating connection. Okay. Tama. Para lang magandang tingnan, we have to make it align ng ating mga wires para hindi tayo nalilito. Pangit naman tingnan kapag balubuloktot or pulo-pulopot ang ating mga wires. Kahit dito man lang sa ating logically, maging maayos ang ating pagkaka-drawing ng ating sequence. Ano? Okay. So, turn on natin. 0, 2, then 1, then 3, then back to 0. Again, 2, 1, 3, then 0. So, that is the sequence ng ating, makikita nyo yung nagsisequence. Wala na tayo ini-input. Just the D flip-flop itself, kaya nang gawin yun. I will give you another example of using D flip-flops. So, here, we will have a sequence 1, 3, 2, and 0. So, again, 0, 0 input should go to 1. Then 1 input should go to 3. Then 2 input should go to 0. Then 3 input should go to 2. Okay? So again, sa pag-D flip-flop, kung ano na yung nagiging next state, yun na din siya. So that will be 0 for 0, 0. Then 0, 1 will turn input ng DB natin into 1. Okay, bullet natin. Kita nyo. 0, 1, it will go to DB becomes 1. Then, if that is 0, 1, 1, 1, 1 will be 1. 1, 0 should be 0. and 0, 0 should be 0. And if that is 1, 1, that will become 1. And 1, 0, that should be 0. Having dA equals to B, dA natin will become B. Okay? Then, our dB na may input na 1 sa 0, 0 at 0, 1. So, our dB will be equal to, simple lang. Okay? So, hindi na natin kailangan ng ano kasi A bar ang magiging sagot niya. I did not use the K-map na because based on inspection, madali nating makita that the input of dA will be B and dB will be equal to A bar. So we will plot the equation of the flip-flop. 2 switches for the pre-state and the clear and 1 clock. Again, the sequence is 0, 1, 3, 2, 0. Then we'll get the flip-flop. So the equation is B tsaka A bar. B and A bar. Okay. 1 on clear. 1, 0, 1, 3, 2, 0. 1, 3, 2, 0. So that is the equation of that sequence. Okay. That is how to plot using a D flip-flop. Siya yung malimit na ginagamit. As you can see dun sa sequencing, yung sa buffer, sa ring, sa shifting, we always use D flip-flop. Kasi nga, D flip-flop eliminates the mistake or the critical part of the SR. Diba? SR once na nag-1-1 siya, nag-i-indeterminate. Now, D flip-flop, it inverted the inputs, which leads to stable input will have a stable output. So that is the sequencing. Okay? Thank you.